top 5 like rap artists. I really like Nipsey Hussle, Meek Mill. Who really hard? Nah, but on me, I'm trying to J. Cole for sure. J. Cole for sure. Kendrick for sure. J. Cole and Kendrick for sure. That fifth one always hard. You gotta leave somebody out.
It's a lot.
I feel like, damn, I'm talking about rapping for all time. It's a lot. Oh, Tupac. Yeah,
Tupac.
Yeah.
Tupac.
Heard this shit. You feel me? I can't even go searching my mind for nobody else. You earned this. So, I would have said Biggie though, but I never really got into the music that much.
Nah, that's common. Like, you know, like I guess it's
Biggie was like, I don't think he was. Maybe I don't know, I'm young, but I don't think he was like as like extra out in vocal as Pac, like on the media level. Like in person, he was probably like, oh yeah, you real nigga, but like he seemed like a laid back type of person.
Yeah, like. Yeah, no, I agree, because, like, you know, I tell people that all the time, like, in our generation, like, Tupac was, like, the nigga that you want to listen to poetry, you want to listen to some outrageous shit, you want to listen to some thug shit, you want to listen to some activist shit, like, Tupac
some
is...
introspective shit.
Yeah, like, he's the most versatile artist ever. But Biggie... What Biggie was, cause I ain't gonna lie, I love both, but to me, it's not an East Coast thing, cause really I'm from the South, but it's more of a, Biggie lyricism to me was like what, was like, I like Biggie, like, his lyricism, his delivery was just crazy.
Yeah.
It's just like you can't. At the end of the day, you can't really compare Biggie and Tupac, because Tupac was more versatile. Tupac was more anything, any way how you felt. It could be about you broke up with a girl, the girl broke up with you, you got in a fight. You want to be on some laid back shit. You want to do some crazy shit. You listen to Tupac. Biggie was more like I'm in the fucking like Lamborghini, you know what I'm saying, going to the beach.
Yeah, like you listening to a record, like you listening to, like you have 50 on that record, like you listening to a record. That's what it was. Like Pac was more like, I'm about to lay this down, lay this song, and that's what it was.
Yeah.
You can tell how they studio environments were different. Pac had Death Row in there, and they was just, you feel me, laying track down, probably lay down 12 tracks in a day.
That's why I like
Biggie had 50. You feel me? Biggie had 50 on him. You feel me? And 50 pull shit apart, like, you feel me?
Yeah.
That's what I hear about me, really like a god with that mixing and mastering shit, like,
yeah.
So like that's what it was. It was like time and patience put into a song, and it's like this how I'm feeling right now. I'm about to get it off, like,
yeah.
And that's hella entertaining on both sides. That's why you can't compare them.
That's why I like Nipsey is our Tupac. But when it comes to like work ethic, I feel like the closest one to him is Wayne, cause I've heard stories about Pac. Like Pac, that's why Pac got all unreleased music. It's the same thing with Wayne. I feel like Wayne studied Pac, maybe not his personnel, like a Kobe studying Jordan, but it's more like a LeBron studying Kobe and Jordan, but putting it together, like the work ethic is like it's ridiculous. Like Wayne to me he's a great rapper. He's not in my top 5, but he's in my top 10, top 15. But the man work ethic I have never seen before. Like
Yeah, I hear it's crazy, bro.
It's like if all right, because I see this is why I'm feeling old now, because that's how I like the 80s and 70s babies when they was in the 90s with a golden era hip hop. But if you listen to Wayne like 13, 14, like in your age right now, like in middle school, high school, when he was coming out with the mixtapes and all that, you would be like, damn.
Man, like, I want to be this little nigga, like.
Yeah, like, cause when he came out with them tapes, like you was a baby, so like you was probably like 6, 5, years old. But like if you was like a teenager at that time, it would have hit differently. Even if you listen to it now, you'd be like, damn. Like Wayne could be the greatest. That's why people say he can be.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He got them moments where like damn, like that one freestyle video where he did the fucking Jay-Z beat or something like that. I was like I didn't know. There's a couple of moments with like great artists where you like looking at like you coming for something. Like I feel like with Tory Lanez, in his last album, he just dropped. It was a tape called New Toronto.
Yeah.
Bro started rapping on niggas and shit like that. I'm like, he ran in this song about Adidas. He was rapping and singing at the same, like he was rapping and singing the same song. I was like, this nigga trying to come for something like big. Like he trying to actually like do music. Like
I ain't gonna lie, Tory Lanez, he's that artist.
I was thinking about putting him in my list, but I gotta hear like the next one. Like,
yeah, he got to have a more
longevity. Like
longevity. It's like Tory Lanez, if get him maybe, can you around my age, so get him maybe 4 years. If he come out with enough projects, he not gonna touch Chris Brown because Chris Brown's too deep, but he could be in a conversation of like, all right, Tory Lanez, he can.
I feel like it's more Drake because you can't touch Chris
Brown.
Triple threat. Because like Chris Brown dance and shit, like he's a performer. Like you can't beat the shows with this nigga Chris Brown dancing and shit like that. But like Drake, he just be like, you feel me? I feel like he could low key be moving into Drake position.
Yeah.
Like if Drake ever slow down though, because Drake evolving and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, he should drop another album. But yeah, that nigga Tory Lanez, like I feel like he trying to get up there. Like, that's the important part. That I can feel that he's actually trying to reach for it. Like, you feel me? Like, a lot of niggas just be putting out tapes just on the way, like they feel or something at the moment. But like, I could tell Tory Lanez was like, bro, it's time for me to let people feel like that I'm really an artist. Like, and I'm really about to like take over. Like, something like I would sleep on Tory Lanez. I'm not even gonna.
I was too at the beginning of his career.
That I think everybody was, because no one knows. Like, bro, I played his album for someone and they were like, "Who is this?" Like, Tory Lanez. They're like, "No, it's not." But that's why I loved it so much, because it wasn't really like it was like I learned something about Tory Lanez. I didn't know he was a dope dealer. Like you probably hear him talking about it in an interview or something. But like, who knows that? Like, when I listened to that song, I was like, he went through it. Like, he really went. Like, he was, and being from where I'm from, I relate to it. Like he went through the struggle, and you feel me? You can say it, but when you sing it and shit, it's just hard.
It's
to,
different.
It
hit different.
It hit different when you rap about it. Like when you sing it and shit, it's like you have to do more than just say it. It's just like that. So it's just like I can't tell you from the streets, but now I feel like that was one of those moments for him. Like you feel me? That a lot of great artists had during their career when it's like he's up to something right there. Like I feel like that was Crenshaw for Nipsey Hussle. When people really look like he's trying to go into like making hit lists, like hit records and shit like that, like timeless music type shit.
Yeah. And the last question, since we talking about this too, where do you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now? 5 to 10 years from now, you gonna be in your 20s. Like that's crazy. Like you gonna be. You gonna be what, 23, 24, 27, like you gonna be, you're not even gonna be in your prime. Well, 27, you be in your prime. You be close to your prime, but like, where you see yourself 5 to 10 years from now?
Man, 5 years, bro. That is crazy. I'm still amazed at what I did in 1 year, bro. Like, that's just crazy. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, bro, you wouldn't believe. Like, I got some shit. Like, I can tell you about after this. That's just crazy.
Oh yeah, tell me.
Like,
you can tell me after this.
Yeah, bro. In 5 years, bro, I could be like, bro, I'm trying to own properties. I'm trying to own like 3 properties. Be collecting rent. I'm trying to own an apartment building. Trying to have I'm trying to hire a team to run my nonprofit, Code of Compassion, to help homeless people and stuff. I started my own label already. I'm trying to have an artist in 5 years. I'm trying to have a couple artists signed. Had them taking over the rap game. And 5 artists, I would have been. I want to have taken over the rap game already. Like,
right.
In less than 5 years, I'm trying to like have that shit in the bag already. And yeah, bro, I just want life to be like what I'm working for. You feel me? Like, I want shit to be like how I want it to be. But I definitely see the fruits of my labor coming out soon. Cause like, there's ways you can kind of tell. Cause I got unreleased songs and shit like that. So like, you can kind of predict what's gonna happen. But like, shit, I thought I could predict what's gonna happen with West Side. Like, unbelievable shit happened. Like, bro, like I opened for Blueface. Like, I was like 2 months into my career. Like,
and how was that? How was that, real quick?
Shit was happening.
like it was.
That was a dope back experience. That was when he was going out with 2 different women at once.
Yeah.
So like I'm like feet away from bro in the club, like tongue kissing 2 different bitches at once. I'm like, that's what we going for. I'm like, that's what we going for. Like that nigga's viral. Like that shit was fun. Like he looked like he was having fun. I was like, yeah, that's what we want to be doing right now, bro. Like I'm sitting here worried about like when I'm about to get on the stage and shit like that. This nigga Henny bottle, tongue kissing 2 bitches. Like, all right, bro. That's the game plan. Like, but nah, it was fun. I was the youngest person in the club. I was 16 at the time. Shit was crazy, bro. That was like a life-changing experience. DJ Charisma hit me up after that. Yeah, a lot of Blueface peoples tapped in with me, so it was just like it was real genuine love. You feel me at that show? So, and I rocked the show. It was one of the greatest performances I ever had. So that shit was fun, bro. Like, it was hella fun. I look forward to doing like way more stuff like that. I performed for a couple of different artists too, but yeah, I'm looking forward to like. I was supposed to perform at South by Southwest.
Oh yeah, that shit had got canceled and shit, yeah, because of the corona.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a lot of shows coming soon when this is all over. But yeah, I definitely love getting up on the big stages and stuff. I appreciate you.
So, hey, like I said, you know, and you being real young, you definitely cannot forget about your boy, dog. Like, you know, like I said, Ariel, he had hit me up. You know, he cause originally I supposed to interview him like a year ago, so, cause you know me, I'm still grinding with the podcast, still reaching out to people, and he hit me up late too. It was like 11:30, 12 o'clock. I'm like, shit, you know, whenever something, you know, that's gonna benefit everybody, you know, I'm up. So he was like, man, I got this artist, dog, like he gonna blow up. All I want you to do is interview him and just continue to, you know, to build a relationship, cause that's what I'm all about too. And I heard a couple of your songs and stuff, and I was like, yeah, and I'm like, he's 17. I'm like, damn, like, and he's from L.A. and he got this following. I'm like, you know, it's like this. You know, we talked about it earlier, but it's rare. It's still rare, even with social media and technology involving. It's still rare to see, you know, artists, you know, taking them tools and, you know, taking advantage of it and not just relying on social media